guys, Ron for FunctionBuilt-Aquatics. I'm showing you my new Wild Betta rack. This will hold 3 pairs of Unimaculata species, 1 pair of Betta pitoti, and 2 pairs, both subspecies, of Unimaculata. So let me get a little closer and I'll show you exactly what I have in these individual tanks. Top tank is a 20-gallon high. The sponge filter came from Swiss Tropicals. I'm using a 75-watt Eheim Jaeger heater. I actually use substrate in these 3 setups, which I typically do not use substrate in my Wild Betta setups. I usually use leaves as substrate. But I had it, and I really wanted to try to take advantage of the lower pH properties of the substrate. It's a more volcanic type consistency, and it's Carib Sea Eco Complete. I love the color. I love the contrast that you get with the browns, tans, and dark reds with the leaves. Top tank, I have grape sea leaves, or sea grape tree leaves, I should say. I'm also using Indian almond leaves, and there's a couple magnolia leaves floating, which will eventually drop. Top tank, like I said, is a 20-gallon high, and I'm using my typical LED type fixture, which is the Marineland hidden LED. And the 2 bottom tanks, these are based on 50-gallon longs, custom-made tanks. Same deal, Eco Complete, rather thin layer actually, 75-watt Jaeger heater. And I also have some Indian almond leaves, magnolia leaves, and sea grape tree leaves. I'm using those water stakes as hideouts once the fish do arrive. As I mentioned prior, in one of the first videos I shot on this system, this is my water change method. The standpipe is typically closed off right now. What I'm able to do is connect that little white hose, which also has a standard hose fitting, to this plastic hose barb. Once it's locked on, open it up, and you can drain the water into a bucket, but I'm actually using the water change method I use for my sump pump, which is a really large hose that I can Velcro tape right down there and run that hose right into it and automatically drain this tank or any of these 3 tanks within 3 to 4 minutes down to the level of the standpipe. Now if I do a water change on a 20-gallon high, you can pretty much see I'm almost doing half. The same pretty much goes for the 2 15-gallon tanks. I could drop it down to about a little less than half. Bottom tank, same deal with the first 2 top tanks. Eco Complete, sponge filter from Swiss Tropicals, Eheim Jaeger heater, 75 watt. I have to actually steal one of the water stakes out of one of the other beta tanks I have. And I also use the leaves in this tank, which are the same magnolia, sea grape tree leaves, and some Indian almond leaves. I soaked these leaves for a couple days in a bucket, so I removed a good deal of the tannins out of it. I do want tannins in these tanks, but I don't want them too dark. I really want to try to see the difference in hues that the Unimaculata have versus the Betta Antuta, which are right in this tank, right next to them. So this section that I'm standing in right now will be my Unimaculata complex section. There's my little Buddha up top, staring over my little animals, all my little babies, giving me good luck, good vibes, and all that happy stuff. Now, I'm waiting for the fish. They're pretty much a week late. I'm at the mercy of the transshipper, and basically life happens. This is the first time I've actually had to wait this long for a shipment. It's exactly 1 week late tomorrow. With that being said, I don't have the power in this situation, so I'm not going to go in depth. Once I do get the fish, if I feel that it's warranted, I might look for a different source to actually bring the fish in. If anybody has any experience in transshipping that watches any of my videos, I love the have you tell me what you have learned, or if you know someone that actually has become a importer slash transshipper, let me know what type of setup they use and what experiences you have with those. I would love to try a new source after this. This is the third or fourth shipment I've done with this individual, and I'm starting to think that maybe it's time to go a different direction. With that being said, the next video I shoot on this particular setup will be when the fish do arrive on Wednesday. I'm sorry, they'll be shipped on Tuesday, so they'll arrive on Wednesday. That'll be the next video I shoot on this particular subject. So with that being said, please stay tuned. I enjoy your videos, and that's that.